Throughout this new party. Actually.
Hands to yourself.
Reload time with arbalest, arquebus, and crossbow attack. So right now we gave her 2 pistols. Curious about a thing because of her specific outfit. This is 2.8. This should be a lot longer. 4.7. How about crossbows? Do we have a crossbow? We don't currently. Because if her attacks are faster with a crossbow, that might be the case. Oh no, never mind. We're not doing crossbow. That doesn't count for her passive. Okay, so we're keeping her with 2 pistols. We might give her outfit to someone else then, though. Yeah, I think we'll give her outfit to someone else, so we can use different range weapon on someone else. Let's give it to Paladin. And give the arbalest to her as well. And we'll give this to... Who's going to get sniped? I'd like to give it to the bird, because the bird's going to get sniped. But, I mean the actual bird, not the bird lady. Not the other bird lady either. It's gonna be confusing having so many birds. Okay, we'll just give it to her then, I guess. No, actually I don't like that. Recovery speed's really high on it. We have a bit of a wardrobe crisis right now. Guess we'll just give her basic outfit. Maximum deeps. It's a shame not using this on anyone right now though. Because it is quite good. Is it just better than what we're using? Arguably. Depends how quick. Okay, we have to take note and see how quickly this stacks up. Because it improves as wearer loses health, it just doesn't say how much. If it takes a lot of health, it's going to be worse. We'll see. Let's find that prince.
May Helia smile upon your...
That was a bird joke he just made. Like I said, they're a bunch of... They really don't like godlikes. Prince. There we are.
Your coming is a favorable omen already.
The prince nods and crosses his arms, a self-satisfied smile on his lips. You don't need to tell me.
Akira, this is the confidence my people need. You happen by a time when our rivals bicker and tear at each other's throats. It does not take a priest to see how the gods send us an outsider to dig under the skin of our enemies.
Arui chuckles to himself and nods. I'm not gonna bow. He's a bastard too. I'm not here for the gods. I have my own reasons.
You and half of Aora, I see. I will not paddle around the island. My sister wants to know if you are as useful as you are disruptive. She trusts me to judge this. You did not come this far to serve the crown, I say. But sailing is an expensive hobby. Loyal service can keep your galley stocked.
What kind of loyal service do you have in mind?
My sister keeps a tight grip on Nekataka, but the filth of it drips down her palm and into the gullet.
He opens his hand for emphasis and wipes it across his shoulders.
Under our noses, I say, do foreigners smuggle contraband and pay the Rapau for their silence? Take this if you need proof.
He tosses you a silver medallion inscribed with Valian honorifics. Envoy's badge. This medallion once graced the neck of a Valian dignitary and was assumed lost after a terrible shipwreck. How it ended up in the backstreets of Nekataka is a question that Prince Arui once answered. A Valian envoy medallion? Republics reward these for exemplary service. We can say this, because that's where we're from.
Akira, you are sharper than my guards for knowing this, I say. An envoy ship sank a day's voyage out of Nekataka. He wore that on his breast. My guards recovered it in a raid of the Gullet. This confirms my suspicion. Nekataka has a pirate problem.
Doesn't everything in this place? Arui's upper lip curls with distaste. We're pirates.
Smugglers and thieves cluster like rats in Delver's Row, a growth in the bowels of our city. I want someone to peddle the medallion to the black market, earn the trust of these pirates, and learn how supplies come into my city.
His gaze rises to meet yours, cold and calculating. Sounds profitable. Anything else I should know?
Yours is not a face that others will recognize. Let no one learn that you work for the crown.
I feel like this is not the face's subtlety, and is definitely going to get recognized. But you're the prince.
When you travel down the mountain, seek Tekehu in Pariki's overlook. He is a godlike, one who the people look to for hope.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that. The prince thumbs his chin and smiles.
Ingati's chosen knows of our troubles. He could also use a lesson in Raparu modesty.
He's an Agati godlike? Huana trickster goddess? The head of an anglerfish? We're going to meet someone with the head of an anglerfish? I hope so. That'd be amazing. Kau. Won't a godlike draw unnecessary attention? Yes, we currently have a party existing of a fiery godlike, whose head is literally on fire, and a godlike who has feathers. I'm pretty sure another one isn't going to change much. Never hurts to have a local guide.
Ikira, if I know Tekehu, he is stirring tempers in the Water Shapers Guild. Be on your guard in the Gullet. I fear the caverns run deeper than even Ngati could guess.
The prince dismisses you with a nod, so we still need to talk to him about...
For what do you seek the royal brother?
We should talk about the food shortage in the Gullet.
Shortage? Are the Raparu not fed the leavings of the Kwaru and Mataru?
The Gullet is in a poor state. There's little enough to go around. Sighing, Prince Arui presses his palms together and nods.
It is no wonder how Delver's Row won the love of my people, I say, by feeding them when we could not. Find us solutions instead of old problems, I say.
This is a risky choice. But we're pretty bold. It would be a shame if the trading companies recognized this failure of leadership.
Ikira, if one framed it that way.
The prince squeezes his hands into fists.
I will dredge up the resources to feed the Raparu if the meat must come from my own body.
The work of keeping pace with our rivals. There is no end, I say.
It's a little overkill there, Prince, but Arui sighs and shakes his head.
If you have more to say, I am not above listening.
He nods, sweeping his hand out. I think we just did it. And like that, we solved the food crisis. Excellent. See, it just takes a little bit of threatening a prince. Sound advice. Feel like having the head of an anglerfish would make sleeping problematic? Don't think sleeping is necessarily your concern. If you look like an anglerfish. Maybe you sleep in a tank.
I never realized how much I missed your company.
You just miss having someone standing in front of you when Isumir insults half the people in a room.
She won't try to touch your feathers again. That's for certain.
That said, you do make a good point. Maybe we shouldn't take this godlike with us, because I do want to be sleeping. And having a permanent light bulb on the ship might be a bad idea. Wonder if it's actually a full-on companion. Because we have quite a lot now. We got 7? I don't know how many there are in this game. But if it is, we should definitely go there first. It might be. We got you some food. The old man grimaces some attempt at a smile. He inclines his head to you, indicating he's aware of your presence. The queen will double her efforts to feed your growing population. The old man's eyes glisten.
Not in this lifetime could I have hoped for more. To have garnered our queen's generosity. I ache to believe it.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it generosity, more like a dude on fire threatening the prince. Very generous.
Never can I thank you enough, Watcher who has the ear of both kith and gods. Always the Raparu will know of your kindness. Should you need refuge within Nekadaka, know that the Raparu will stand by your side.
See, we're working on those disciples.
May Amira's winds ever fill your sails, boy. We will not forget what you have done for us.
Yes. At the end of that? Yes. Okay, so the other one we have here is going down. Let's first have a look and see... where did we have to go for the prince one? I think that was on the stairs, right? Which quest was it? Trade secrets. Delver's Row. Locate Delver's Row. Someone at the hole in the gullet might know how to. Okay, we're actually in the perfect place. Starting to make up for all that murder. We got a long way to go to make up for that. I mean, it's tactical murder. The Huana will never join us. These guys, we got our own army now. We're working on it. It's all part of the plan. There we go, the hole. Which sounds like a lovely place to go to. Truly. Please tell me we can get an ogre.
Of all the holes I've seen, this is one of them.
How did you hear that about the boss?
With my own ears. Dario said there's treasures in that pit.
Shh! Have you lost your wits?
Oh, I really want to hear the ogre talk. This is the innkeep. An Orland covered toe to ear, tip in sable fur, leans against the bar counting change. She gives you a wide, easy smile when she notices your approach, then slips the coin into her pocket with a wink.
Hey, fresh face. Welcome to the hole. Just got 2 rules, yeah? Keep your hands to yourself, and don't fall in. Need something?
Like to buy something? I need crew?
Sure, I know a few folks who need coin.
We don't really need crew, but just to see what they have. Okay, nothing above novice.
Need something? What you need? Sure. Berta's cooked up the best grub the Gullet has to offer. It's not actual grubs, though. Probably. You're not picky, right?
Yeah, good thing we have lots of fruit and rice.
Let me know if you see something that makes your stomach rumble.
Forgetful Knight. Minus 20% damage taken. Plus 10% damage. Minus 3 dexterity. That is quite something. Yeah, nice buff to your entire ship, actually. That might be really good if we're about to do a tough bounty.
Need something?
Not gonna buy it now because it's expensive, but... should we rest? Good rest for the buff. Let's see what we got.
Need something? What you need? I've got just the thing.
+2 stealth, +2 streetwise, +2 sleight of hand. Let's do that. That's a good mix, actually. We might need that stealth once we go down. And the checks might be useful in the upcoming dialogue. Alright. All rested.
Need something?
Show the medallion.
Whoa now, fresh face. Ain't bright to go waving that thing around just wherever. I know a Mataru trap when I see one. And I'm not looking to be snared. Keep that what's it to yourself.
I've been dispatched by the highest authorities in Nekotaka. Either comply or stand among the accused. Your choice.
Alright, Captain Fancy Britches. No need to get your bits in a knot.
Ooh, minor negative. Delver's Row, oh, that's a specific... So you have Nekotaka, then you have the Gullet, then you have Delver's Row. Factions within factions within factions.
You'll want to take that medallion over to Delver's Row, the black market. It's all tucked away in that creepy maze on the west end of the Gullet. The Narrows. Take a right the first chance you get. Then keep going forward until you see a merchant stall. Look close. There's a secret hallway behind a curtain there. That's your entrance. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but all the same, you'd best watch yourself in Delver's Row. The crooks there will kill you just as soon as cheat you out of everything you own. If Dario doesn't gut you first.
So the secret entrance is behind a curtain, and all the guards in the city failed to find it. Yeah, that seems pretty accurate. Who's Dario?
You stick around the Gullet long enough, you might find out.
What's the story with this place?
The hole's been here so long as there's been a Gullet. Though it ain't always been mine. What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pants? Of course.
Let's see. Was this where we were going to get the godlike, or was it somewhere else? Excuse me? Okay. Seduzo. Quite the name. The Rawatuyan sits ramrod straight. On the table near are a half-empty liquor bottle and a small porcelain cup, both smell of anise. She looks like she's trying to blend in, but her unnatural stillness and her bright, spotless attire makes her stand out like a reef fish against the rocks. Her eyes find yours.
Harami!
I am here, Seduzo Nui.
Do we expect any foreign merchants today?
Seduzo keeps her eyes on you, even as she speaks to the soldier. There's only a brief pause.
We do not, Seduzo Nui.
Captain shifts uncomfortably.
Then state your business quickly. I want to avoid another surprise.
She glances around quickly, as if she expects someone to jump out of another corner of the tavern. Who's Botaro? Who are we talking to? Did you cross paths with a man named Botaro?
The one who threatened me. I shall not soon forget him.
She raises her cup for another sip, scowling into the liquor. Is this the, Right, this is the guy that got sent down, right?
These Huana learn too many pretty words from the Valians. You cannot trust what they say.
What exactly happened?
This fellow wanted passage on my ship.
Yeah, it is.
As if I were the village ferryman.
Tosses back the rest of her drink a little too quickly.
I told him there was none to be had. Certainly not at his price.
How heartless.
Better heartless than brainless. I've heard stories of merchants tricked into inviting pirates onto their ships.
She refills her cup and sets the bottle down hard. You notice again that her hand is shaking.
He told me he had coin. Lots of it. I did not believe him. How could a man who lives in a garbage heap have enough money for passage?
So you assumed the worst and threw him to the wolves?
No, you presumptuous Adiran. I assumed nothing until I saw the swollenette.
Swollenette?
A marked coin. A token of allegiance. The Principe carry them.
Go on.
I knew then that I was dealing with a pirate. I had heard they were influential in the Gullet, but I did not realize how much so.
She scowls and shudders.
I called for the guards, and they dragged him away. That is the last I saw of him.
Bia and the children still need passage out of the city.
There's nothing I can do. The passenger quarters have been reserved by a dwarf named Orin.
Picks a stray thread from her smooth, crisp jacket.
Why do you bring this to me?
The gullet is rough. Have pity.
Pity will not pay my debts. Besides, look around. I cannot take every unfortunate to Rawatai.
Fine. Maya here might have a thing or two to say at the Brass Citadel.
Been a few seasons since I personally commandeered a ship, but I doubt the Hazanui will mind.
Maya cracks her knuckles.
That will not be necessary.
She smiles weakly.
Very well. I could take 3 more in the hold, and no more. Orin and his crew have reserved the berths.
The children are very small. Surely you can take more.
I will already have to abandon crates of cargo to make room for these 3. Plus, the food and water they require.
Oh, we could use some deckhands, right? What's the worst that could happen?
Send them to me. The sooner we leave, the better.
She shifts in her chair, looking around the tavern as if she expects someone to jump out at her.
What is your business with me?
I want to find enough room for Bia and all the children.
And I told you there is none. The 3 I agreed to take will barely fit in the hold as it is.
Fine. Okay. That's 2 different quests. Oh look, it's not a lizardman friend. Can we get you as well? A shopless imp? It's a big tavern.
Oh, I'll eat anything that isn't hardtack.
A worried pig.
Leave it to me.
Onyx the worried pig. Plus 10 defense against all disease attacks? Okay. That'll be useful at some point, I'm sure.
Sure.
Why do you bother me, little Kith?
Hey, I'm not little.
You're all little to me.
She squints, her broad, sloping brow wrinkling in consternation.
Little and squishy.
You enjoy working here?
No.
She hawks a fat goblet of spit. It lands beside the food she's preparing and splatters. Alright, let's not eat here.
The gullet reeks of illness. The beds are too small. An imp tried to nest in my hair. And Firna, the tavern keeper, refuses to give me more than 1 day off a month. How am I supposed to hunt when I am chained to this stove?
I don't think hunting is part of the job description. She scrunches her face into a grimace.
Maybe I'll become a pirate. Get myself a bird and an eye patch.
Alright, well, we gotta leave.
The patch could do you a world of good, but I can't say I recommend.
Berta silences Maya with a raised palm.
Both.
Cuts Maya a vicious glare. You should join my crew.
How do you mean?
Sure. This seems like a good plan. She narrows her eyes and regards you with renewed interest. You know, like, on a boat, I don't think I want her to be a cook.
I'm not daft, you condescending little mite. Tell me why, and in what capacity, I should join your crew.
She grunts. Hefting her tenderizer high, she slams it down on the dubious-looking piece of meat. It makes a wet splop sound. We've cannons aplenty, but not enough hands to man them.
I do appreciate a well-wrought cannon, particularly when several of them fire in sequence and lay waste to the ships of my enemies.
She puts a finger to her lips, momentarily thoughtful. So, will you join my crew?
I don't work for free.
450 copper? Maybe later.
See yourself.
We'll see. I do want an ogre. What do we have right now? Huh. We can swap some around. Also, I haven't noticed her healing at all. Still injured for 5 days. I don't know how we fix this. This is a bug or intended? You got 2 reds in 4 games of Vermintide? People are disgusting. Trying to belittle my achievement of getting 2 charms in a row. We seriously need to figure out why this healing isn't working though. To be healed, a crew member must be resting in the reserves. Check. Surgeons help conserve medical supplies by healing injured crew more swiftly. We got a surgeon, but it doesn't really matter right now. Let's have a look up. Kawiki fruit. Delicious. It takes days. Yes. Well, I mean, so we got her from the start. We've done this one, for instance, day 27. Let's see. This one was day 28 when we completed it, which is now. We did this day 26. I don't know if it's been a day, technically. I feel like it has been, but maybe not.
Why not?
Hello. Goldpact fighters. Goldpact rogue? Goldpact priest. Interesting. An Oron. And this is not stealing, apparently, so we'll take it. The stealing thing is very, peculiar. Oron. A dwarf sits before a generous and curious spread. Steamed mussels arranged in concentric circles, rounds of flatbread stacked in a near tower, and melon sliced in even triangles. It's a lot better than what you can get downstairs. Yet his attention is focused on the 4 cups and the bottle in front of him. He has the cups organized in an almost perfect square around the bottle, but as you look on, he leans down to adjust one. The others with him wait quietly and observe the ritual. Excuse me.
He does this every time. Just have to wait.
Holding his breath, he takes the bottle and measures an equal serving of wine into the cups, making 3 or 4 passes over each. His companions look on with practiced patience. At last, the bottle is empty, and he places it in the exact center of the square. He picks it up and puts it down in the same spot twice more before he's satisfied.
Cheers.
They all take their cups and drink deeply. At last, the leader turns to you.
What do you require?
I hear you've brought passage on Captain Seduzo's ship.
Indeed. The good captain has 4 adequate berths, all equally sized, all facing the same direction. And she's promised to leave promptly. A most agreeable arrangement.
He sips his wine. What would it take for you to cede your spot on Seduzo's ship?
Out of the question. We're due in Takoa for another contract, and the client has already paid the advance.
He sips from his cup and immediately runs a folded handkerchief around the rim. So, if we were playing Goldpact Knight, I guess we would have had some interesting dialogue choices here. He certainly sounds like a Goldpact Knight member.
And we have already paid Seduzo. I couldn't possibly take back the same coins I have already spent.
He shivers with dread. Yeah, that's definitely out of the question.
Thundery. These Goldpact knights have a love of obligation that matches my love of country.
I'll make you an offer for your berths on Seduzo's ship.
A Goldpact knight is bound by his contract, and ours binds us to make all possible haste to Takoa.
He squirms and sets his cup down in the exact middle of a water stain, lining the base up with the edges.
Booking passage on another ship on such short notice would be most expensive.
Have pity. I'm helping a woman and her children seek a better life.
Look around. The Deadfire is filled with misery, to say nothing of the Gullet.
He turns the cup so that the crack along the side faces away from him.
Folks like you ain't helping. Have a heart. Or is it already dead in your chest?
With a sneer, Zodi rattles her lantern, raising it as if she could suck the soul from his still living body.
I have oaths to keep. Perhaps that means little to you, but I am bound by them.
Turns from Zodi to you.
What better life do you imagine for them in Rauatai? They will only trade one misery for another. Besides, I have a contract to fulfill.
One way or another, you're staying here. I can pay you enough to book passage on another ship. He looks up from fidgeting with his cup long enough to give you a doubtful frown.
All ships leaving for Rauatai are laden with luminous Adra and other rare goods. Mercenaries, even of our skill, do not rate so highly.
I'll think about it. This is most certainly going to lead to a fight. Never mind. Let's talk to, the woman first. I mean, I can only assume she doesn't want to leave without all the children.
Sure.
But nevertheless, she might have a different solution. If not, I think we'll have to beat up some silly Goldpact Knight Paladins. Because we're better Paladins, to be quite frank. You know what? I think we... Oh, we lost our stealth guy, huh?
Captain,
we did.
I'll get that for you. Can't take
I
all
don't know
of
if
it.
you need to stealth for this at all, but... Oh, this is not even stealing. That makes no sense.
Speak for...
Guess that's something that I didn't really paid attention to.
Why not?
The stealing mechanics. Probably only for important quests and such, when you try to steal a key from someone or something. Okay. Let's talk to the woman. And then we still need to find ourselves an anglerfish godlike. What's up here, though? That's normal, I'm sure. We've explored everything here, right? Yes. Ah. A man saunters over to you with a jagged smile. He's got a long, crooked scar on his forearm, and he's rolled his sleeves up to flaunt it.
You must be new. Lucky for you, we have a special rate for newcomers. A bag of coppers in exchange for your life.
He brandishes a knife. One of his companions grins widely enough to show you all of his missing teeth. But the way they're all gathered around you, leaving their own backs exposed, tell you they haven't been here long either. Let's beat up some thugs. This'll be fun. The thugs look at one another and exchange a few panicked whispers.
It seems we've made a mistake. Forgive and forget, no?
He smiles, backing away. No. They hurry off and disappear back into the crowd. Shoot him! Maya, shoot him! I'll never understand bandits and thieves in RPGs taking on clearly decked out parties of heroes. Well, you gotta look at it from their perspective. If they want to get the most loot, they have to take a few risks, right? Problem is, our party is really wise of the streets. Really street smart. So we know they're just bluffing. Of course, the other issue is, if we didn't know that, we'd still beat them up, but that aside.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
I spoke with Captain Seduso about passage out of Nekateka.
What say, then?
Seduso only has room for only 3 of you. Ooh, I feel like... I worry that if we choose this option now, there's no going back. So, let's try.
3? All this and you say some must stay behind?
She lowers her voice and the children lean closer trying to hear. Bia's fingers absently shred one of the reeds. Yeah, okay. On second thought, let me talk to her again.
We will wait here.
Let's beat up some Goldpact knights.
He can't be Aethys, because he died. But at the same time, I never thought Gon could be so...
Destructive? Uncaring? That is what the gods are. All of them.
Yeah, I like
No, I
Paladin.
won't believe that. There's a reason for everything, even if we can't see it. Sometimes, maybe, you gotta be hard to be kind.
Reminds me. Make sure she's on the right weapon when we go into combat. Maybe we should do blunderbuss on her. Blunderbuss has less range, right? Yeah. Do we have a blunderbuss? Not currently. I think. No. I think we'll do blunderbuss on her once we get one. Is this where it ends? Some Goldpact knights? Psh, please. We're from the kind wayfarers. Doesn't that just incite aggression? And fear? Panic? Into the hearts of our enemies? Goldpact knight, what does that mean? You know what melts gold? Fire. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Eh?
Alright, let's be at least somewhat smart about this.
Captain, just say the word.
We went in prepared, right?
Look, I hear you.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the problem is, if we're too far away, we can't do the... No, okay.
I am ready. Of course.
I think we're fine. If we're too far away, in case they get skill checks, we can't do that. Well, who has important skill checks for us? It might not even lead to a fight. He has insight. Insight might be important. We want him close. Just stealth, alchemy. Okay, that's not gonna matter. She can move away. Oh, he can move away, I said.
How may I help?
I know you're quite excited, Oloth, but you can move away. We're probably not gonna need you in dialogue. Canna, diplomacy. We're not gonna be diplomatic, are we? What does she have? Intimidate, right? Okay, she's gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here. Right in that corner. And we'll put her here. Alright.
What do you require? Out of the quest, and we have already paid Seduzo. The Goldpact
where do we
booking
go?
passage
Okay, there we
on
go.
another ship on such short notice would be most expensive.
One way or another, you're staying here.
That sounded like a threat. Was that a threat?
He sounds genuinely surprised. The other Goldpact knights move their hand towards their weapons. I warned you. Alright, here we go. We have a specific set of morals, and we're gonna follow through. Hill and Hardy. Zealous focus, zealous endurance. Okay, so right now... Oh, we can't attack them yet. Okay. Try and nuke him down. Maybe they'll actually give up if he's down. That might be a thing that happens. Can't attack these yet, which is annoying. There we go. Try and get her out of the way. Or him. Goldpact Rogue. Yeah, that seems like a good one to get down.
This ends here.
Do brand enemy on him. Why can't I see... What's this skill? Oh, she doesn't have second level invocations. We'll do second brand enemy. His does hers does damage. And they don't stack for each other. He is very tanky. I need to bind these two things. Okay, let's get some summons in here. Okay, the rogue's gone. I think we blew him up. Have them target the fighter. We might need her closer, though. Move her closer. Throw that on his heal. Slash damage.
How may I help?
Pelagina's taking some damage. This is Gaunt's Pledge, which we gave her. AoE heal. Okay, that's good to remember. Doesn't have self-healing. We already got the right aura. We don't need Defender stance right now. Let's do Duelist. Savage attack. No, they have way too high defenses for that. Okay, she's casting. He is very tanky. Do Ray of Fire. Maybe we should focus now. Actually, let's focus the other ones first. Those are gonna die quicker. In that case, considering he's tanky, we'll do Interfering Strikes. Get that off. Let's do Flames of Devotion as well.
Let's do this. Better try something.
There we go. Now we can turn this off again once that goes off cooldown. Bird needs to flank. He needs to switch weapons. Actually, she's really bad with... let's just keep her with that.
That was about as...
Pillar of Flame, they're nicely stacked up. To the Priest. Actually, they're gonna... Let's not do the Priest, because that'll hit our dude.
I'm listening.
He has no abilities, right? No. Bird has no abilities right now. There are the skeletons. Let's get the Priest. And we want to do some more. We did do Sworn Enemy on... Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, let's do some more Flames of Devotion. That's gonna heal in AoE. Well, let's hit the Priest as well with him. Missiles. Yeah, that Priest is about to die. In that case, then those skeletons on the fighter. All of them. We'll have him switch to Leave Stance.
Let's go.
What can
Kill
I
off
do you
that
for?
Priest. Throw a Dire Blessing on all of this. Gonna buff all our dudes. And, pony dudes. Let's roll her out of the way, actually. Let's get the quick.
Yeah.
Why are you... Okay, he killed him. Back to Duelist. Back to dueling that guy. And I think we might as well go for him now. Because the skeleton seems to got it. Look at these bony boys.
Oh?
Well, just keep attacking. You're fine, you're fine. I believe in you, Maya. Okay, he's gonna die. Send that back to him. I don't want to use Empower right now because we have the rest buff. And if we use Empower, like this is... We got this handled.
That's not very helpful.
He actually can hit. Oh, still got Interfering Strikes on. That's actually pointless right now. We could get some more skeletons. Get some more skeletons. To help out Maya. And just do another Ray of Fire. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. There you go. Skeletons, hit, and she can now do... Let's bind this to something. Roll away. And now he can't chase because they are engaged.
Can't after him.
That hardly seems fair. Oh!
This is futile.
And that's how you prove who's the better paladin.
Yeah?
Get some loot in the process. And help out a woman and her children. I mean, it's a kind thing we just did, clearly. Try and prove me otherwise. I dare you. Plate armor. Thank you very much. Money, greatsword. I was kind of hoping for it. Well, I guess none of them did have that, huh? I want a blunderbuss. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have been worried. We got this.
Sure.
We're the best paladins. Hang on. No, arquebus. You could have had a blunderbuss. So if someone asks about all the now naked corpses in this room, we weren't there, clearly. Also, you have a few less passengers on your boat. Total coincidence. Oh, it's actually worse than what we have, huh? Yeah, quite a bit. Oh, we didn't check Defiant. We should do that next time. See how quickly that racks up. So, I heard there's room.
What is your business with me?
Oren won't be traveling with you anymore. She blinks at you, then looks at her first mate.
Harami, does that mean...
Harami shrugs. Sedusa looks between the two of you.
I'm thinking we must leave. Soon.
She hunkers down and lowers her voice.
The berths are paid for. You can send your friends as long as you promise not to make trouble for me.
She glances from side to side, checking to make sure no one is listening.
Just do it soon. I don't want any mess you've made to spill onto my decks.
I didn't do anything. She looks at her crew and makes a twirling motion with her fingers. Farewell. Pleasure doing business. Kind wayfarers, everyone. See, we sent someone on their way. We fared them on their way. 2 groups, in fact. One just went to sort of permanent way.
Oh, now I've dreamed of this place.
Yeah, they were just partying hard. That's right. It happens to the best of us, I'm sure. Did we read all of these? Yeah, we did. Oh, gotta remember we got this. We need some good checks. Oil of Allure. Perfume. Okay. Can we enchant this yet? Exceptional. Why is it so purple? Oh, it doesn't have any colors? That's disappointing. Wait, what? Are these colors not working at all, or... Does this not work on armor anymore? No, it does. It works on her. It's these particular... They're unique, I guess, so you can't change them. Well, okay. We got some good news. We made you some room.
My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away?
I spoke with Captain Seduso about passage out of Nekataka.
What say, then?
Bahia listens with cautious hope. The children look on with wide, round eyes. He agreed to take you all. She is momentarily speechless, her eyes filled with tears. She drops the reeds as she brushes them away.
Maybe Ralatai will teach you a thing or two about cleaning your rags properly.
May Amira's winds ever blow sweet for you. We will pray always for you in this life and in each to come.
She picks up the 2 infants and hurries the others out the door. Major positive, the Gullet. What a nice thing to do. Okay. That's 1 down. Or 2 down, I guess. We also did the food one. Maybe we're not done.
You've caught the eye of someone important.
A cloaked figure sidles up to you, hidden behind a raspy whisper and a long, drooping hood.
If you're interested in making good pay and a good friend, head to the Narrows at the western end of the Gullet. Once you reach the alleys, go right and right again as soon as you can. Then, follow the bend to the left. The bullies guarding the door have a weakness for chewing Svev. You can follow their trail.
Svev? Can be traced back to provisioners in the Valian republics, where the markets for the plant in question enjoy rapidly rising demand. Infamous for the near catatonic state in which it often places its adherents. Gives a sense of urgency and meaning, lost when the effect fade.
Tell them Dario sent for you. And remember your manners.
Oh, great. That's the one we were supposed to watch out for, huh? The Cornet's Call. Right? Via the Narrows, so that's where all of this leads to. But what was that about the godlike again? That was, well, thought it was this one. I don't know if we're gonna run into him later now. Don't want to skip.
I say Beha did right leaving the Gullet. She went and did what she needed.
I'll miss Beer and her ilk. It's too quiet without them. May they go find fortune.
I guess we'll see. The Narrows, that's here. We've not been in any of these places yet. Let's have a look at this sanctuary. See what that's about. Well, wasn't he hanging out with the, trickster god? Is there a temple on the sacred stair? That might be it. Fitly. The woman bends over a pile of dried, bitter-smelling herbs. She crushes and mashes them onto a dirty scrap of parchment, covering with effort. She steps in front of you to block your way, wiping a ragged sleeve across her rheumy, bloodshot eyes. Religion? As she does, her hood slips, and you glimpse 3 faded stars on her forehead, the emblem of the children of the Dawn Stars.
Paintley? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
I didn't see you there, Shody.
Shody.
Listen, you and your friends should move along.
She turns her head and stifles a croupy cough.
I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick.
Are you ill? You hear muffled hacking and the unsteady rhythm of labored, wheezing breaths coming from the back of the room.
Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be.
She takes another step, blocking your view of the room beyond. The herbs on the table give off an odor that scratches at your throat. Perhaps there's something I can do to help?
That's not...
She erupts in a fit of coughing. As she catches her breath, she catches you a closer look. She gives you a closer look.
Wait, you're the one someone and the other Dawnstar's been talking about. In that case, maybe there is. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable.
She looks at the crimson speckle on her wrist.
And hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
He glances around as if he can see noxious vapors in the air.
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. I can give them a dignified death, if nothing else.
Why are you hiding sick people?
Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster.
What's Drowner's lung?
A gift from the Valians.
She scowls, dabbing the room from her eyes.
Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib. Eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out.
I don't want to go there.
You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I hear it's a long, hard end.
She trails off for a moment, a distant look in her watering eyes.
I heard some Raparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here.
She frowns and gives her nose a vicious swipe.
Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air.
She wipes the back of her hand on her leg and shudders.
Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Raparu.
You should have warned me? You should have warned me.
I tried to send you out, didn't I?
Her filmy eyes shined with anger.
Anyway, there's a cure. You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it. And paying for it. Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town.
She turns away, whooping and hacking into her arm.
But you might.
See, I already caught the disease.
Not meaning any offense, just that you seem like someone
It's too
who's
late.
comfortable on that side of town. If not, I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing.
Okay. Thanks, lady. Jeez. Okay, don't open strangers' doors, turns out. You catch a disease. Typical. Harsh medicine. Delver's Row. Okay, well, all things lead to Delver's Row so far. I quickly want to check the Sacred Stairs. See if that's where the Temple of the Trickster God is as well. Because I don't want to miss out on a potential anglerfish godlike. That sounds amazing. If he's a crew member. I want to have him. Can you bring up your character sheet? Of course, dog.